Nailed it. Just nailed it. Good stuff, Bungie. All right, let's read it real quick. Let's read it. We got the dev live stream. We got fresh portal loot. Ash and Iron next week. Trials rewards. Portal buffs. Portal rewards improvement. Dungeon layers. Feature gear for renegades. World first updates. I saw this. This was great. Patch notes. Voice acting update and humble choice. We saw the trailer. You guys can watch the trailer. All right, upcoming portal updates. I want to talk about this real quick before we get into the raid. Previously announced rewards buffs coming September 9th. As a reminder from last week, we're making portal rewards buffs based on your feedback. Lots of buffs. Several Fireteam Ops activities will have increased number of drops. Activity timers have been rebalanced across the board. Players have a chance for prime engram drop per portal activity completion rewards. Portal timer bonus earned will grant a minimum of 5% score. Conquest will become replayable. Your account's highest power will be used to reward score. Reward score piece, we can't give that to it because they've had that in Destiny 2 for, I'm pretty sure, as long as Destiny 2 has existed. So I don't know why they reverted that crap. The Desert Perpetual Raid will have the following weekly challenges. For added power progress, improved gear tier drops, gear attunement. Before we move to post-launch updates, 2 more changes that will be released September 9th. Increased chance of earning prime engrams on activity complete in Crucible, and increased bonus focus drop rates from 25 to 66% in the Crucible. Trials rewards, you haven't heard yet. Bring back a featured weapon. PvP gear to parity with PvE experience and provide opportunities for players to focus their efforts on acquiring specific pinnacle PvP gear. Portal buffs coming with 9.1.0.1, removing some of the mods from match-made portal experience. Mods get stacked in a way that are unenjoyable for most players or become overly difficult for match-made environments. These mods are Grappler, Hypercritical, Oscillation, and Match Game. We're creating a more consistent power reward experience for the upper power climb. From 500 to 550 power, earn an A or A plus grade to get +1 power on your activity completion rewards. Now, does this mean people are just gonna absolutely fry to 550? Yes. Does that matter at all? No. It doesn't matter. It's a number in the game that they want to reset when Renegades comes back. So they want to reset it. Just let us get to 550. It just doesn't matter. Change will also be in effect for A grades in the 400-450 power range when Renegades launches. Okay, so they're planting a flag on this climb right here, 400-450. With the launch of Ash and Iron, the power climb from 400 to 500 will naturally be accelerated by the power cap increasing to 550. And then also note that we expect this change to positively impact PvP rewards and will be monitoring the PvP experience to ensure this. Improving Fireteam's team ops rewards. We're identifying opportunities to improve the nature of the reward experience for many more activities within Fireteam Ops. We're rapidly aligning on the plan and we'll share more details with you in the future. New. Reduce gameplay penalties when running out of time in GM difficulty in the portal. GM difficulty portal activities will no longer zero out revives when you hit the time limit. Note that revives will still zero out for GM conquests, which is fine. The conquests are basically the GM nightfall replacements, right? Like GM difficulty in the portal is not the same as like the hardest nightfalls that we had in the past. New, make tier 5 rewards easier to earn in the portal. From 450 power onwards, platinum or diamond reward packages earn a score of 1.25 million or more to guarantee tier 5 drops from your activity completion rewards. Holy. To confirm that you'll be able to earn tier 5 rewards before launching your activity, add modifiers, increase your reward score forecast until it shows a picture of a tier 5 engram and the score of 1.25 million. Bro, just... oh my God, they've just nailed it. Just nailed it. Good stuff, Bungie. Good stuff. We know the work's not done. This is critical as well. Critical as well. We know our work isn't done. We have more changes planned in the future. New weapons, armor, and set bonuses. Shared pool. Let's see. With the above changes to how you earn rewards, we thought this would be a great time to introduce new rewards coming in the upcoming major update. Check out next week's stream to see some in action. Shared pool, Mida mini tool, revised lightweight solar. Okay, so we're getting a revised Mida. So what's that? The third version we're getting? Drang. So a revised Drang again. So we're getting that in Hyliatus. A high impact rocket launcher strand. We saw that. I think we saw that rocket launcher in the trailer today. A burden of guilt is coming back, and then ever burning glitz. a rapid-fire auto rifle kinetic, finite impactor adaptive hand cannon solar from Iron Banner, Pinnacle Ops getting the forced memorializer, a precision scout kinetic, and Seraphine Hayes the aggressive submachine gun. And then finally we have a couple from Solo Ops / Fireteam Ops that's been redacted, and from Crucible Ops have been redacted. We're getting the Despairing Soul set. Ride Together, Die Together is the 2-piece bonus from Solo Ops / Fireteam Ops, a smoke jumper armor suit. It says when you pick up an Orb of Power, gain a brief period of rapidly decaying damage reduction. That's pretty nice. Too old for this. That's how I feel, bro. Defeating a powerful combatant with a finisher grants you special ammo progress and replenishes a small amount of health. And then we have 3 redacted suits that are coming to Crucible, Iron Banner, and Raid. Iron Banner suit, it'll be interesting to see what they do. New Pinnacle Ops dungeon layers. So this is kind of what we were thinking. Dungeon layers are a way of bringing dungeon encounters into the portal through our Pinnacle Ops offering. Be available to all players looking for a challenge. The encounters will be familiar, but have been updated to work with the portal's modifier, scoring system, and portal loot. 3 dungeon layers being added to the Pinnacle Ops in the portal are Beneath the Necropolis of Pit of Heresy. So I think that's the opening encounter. Duality, Nightmare of Galron, and then finally Heaven's Vengeance from Warlord's Ruin. So the final encounter of Warlords, which is a tough encounter. It's a tough encounter. So did you see the Buried Bloodlines is going to be a featured exotic? I'm so excited to make a Devour build. I did see that. We saw that before they announced this today. So that's really, really cool. But wait, there's more. For 2 weeks, starting with Ash and Iron's launch, 9/9 to 9/23, we're making all 3 of their original dungeons available to all players. Once this period ends, the dungeon layers for Pit of Heresy, Duality, and Warlord's Ruin will remain freely available in the portal. If you prefer to farm dungeon-specific loot to fill out your collection in the portal, you can customize dungeon layer activities and toggle the new boon modifier, Classic Collector. Interesting. This modifier will ensure that legacy dungeon rewards will drop in addition to portal rewards. These will be available to all players during the first 2 weeks of Ash and Iron, after which players will be required to purchase the corresponding dungeon key to earn more of this loot. Please note the legacy rewards will lack seasonal power and gear tiers are purely additive. Okay, I feel like they could have done more there. I feel like they haven't completely missed, but I feel they could have done more. A few more things. Ash and Iron launch. Fireteam power will no longer adjust your score when below 300 power. This means playing with friends who are at lower power than you will improve their rewards. Dude, the amount of people who reached out to me and were like, oh my God, you said this is the way you get Choir of One and do this, that, and the next. The issue is that we had such a power discrepancy. And then a discard action has been added to the portal engrams when in the postmaster, allowing quicker dismantles if desired. In-game content coming to the portal. Yes. I still think it needs some work. I still think it needs to be improved and pushed forward. Renegade's launch. Featured gear. When Renegade launches, all legendary gear from Season Reclamation, the Edge of Fate, and Ash and Iron will be included as part of Season Lawless featured gear. In other words, legendary gear currently with the teal featured gear background marker will continue to be featured gear next season. All new exotics from Season Reclamation will also be included as part of the featured gear. And then the new gear bonus will be changing for Season Lawless artifact. Starting in Season Lawless, the new gear bonus will be a flat bonus for all featured gear, no longer be tiered as it currently is in Season Reclamation. That will be a max 5% damage for weapons and 10% damage resistance for armor. I saw all of this, the TLDR on the Epic Raid. Here is the last bit I want to really hit right now. Streaming is required for teams to be in contention of being world first. Only one member has to stream. Stream must be on YouTube or Twitch, so no kick on these. The stream must be set to video on demand, so they can scrub back. If the team member wants to hide portions of their screen, they must use an overlay provided by Bungie / Destiny the game and cannot use additional overlays to block other portions of their stream, even as a joke. No, this stream overlay will hide portions of their screen during the competition. Expect this to be published in the coming weeks. It may be edited to add your branding and face, but no additional gameplay content may be covered. If you wish to compete, yet have no desire to cover your screen, awesome, don't worry about it. Team member whose streams cannot black out or hide their screen or portions of their screen outside the provided overlay. And game audio must be on at all times, but players may mute their voice audio. Honestly, it's gonna make for such a better viewing experience. So upcoming portal changes we highlighted above. Here's a short preview of other smaller changes and fixes. Shooting range now features customizable difficulty from the portal. That's cool. Including access to most of the same modifiers. Updated portal scoring and grade info in the post-game Carnage report screen. Banshee once again will offer the quest to acquire Catalyst for Tommy's. See, that's the kind of stuff, dude. Oh my God. How did they go from putting like one of the most brain dead, most dire, rough things last night just last night about the freaking, like everything about the weapon remix, stuff like that. It's like they just have two sides of this coin. Like they're a freaking Batman villain, dude. Lobby bouncing and trials will be disabled. I don't know what that's gonna do. Fix an issue in the duality dungeon, preventing players from being teleported to the nightmare realm when playing on master difficulty. I've not done master duality dungeon in a long time. Special ammo meter has been increased for trials, then updated selectable modifier saving when repeating activities to only save and reapply modifiers that the user selected. Voice acting update. Earlier this year, we announced some of the voice talent was unavailable to record their lines for the Edge of Fate, that temporary performances for Ikora, Aura, and Chioma were being used. We're happy to announce that the launch of Vash and Iron next week, the original English voice talent for Ikora, Orin, and Chioma have returned with newly recorded lines for their characters. Also excited to share that French and Spanish voice actors are in the process of recording their lines, which we expect to ship out with Destiny 2 Renegades later this year. Looks like a humble bundle deal. Celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with us. Hell yeah, brother. Look at that emblem. That's a sick emblem. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good twid. Good twid, Bungo. Good twid.